They were young, adventurous, brave, two best friends, chasing a dream through the lush green wilderness of Central America. But somewhere in the depths of the Panamanian jungle, they vanished. No screams, no goodbyes, no footprints. Just two backpacks left behind and a string of mysterious phone calls. Two emergency services that no one could explain, even days after they were gone. Their phones kept calling 911. This isn't just a missing persons case. It's a riddle, tangled in vines, shrouded in silence, and soaked in fear. Welcome to Passport to Death, where true crime has no borders. March 2014. Two Dutch friends, 21-year-old Kris Kremers and 22-year-old Lisanne Froon, arrive in the vibrant town of Bouquet, Panama. It was the kind of trip many dream of. They just graduated. Their backpacks were full, their hearts full of excitement. Bouquet was beautiful, surrounded by cloud forests, rivers, and volcanoes. It was a backpacker's paradise. Kris and Lisanne were planning to stay with a host family, learn Spanish, and volunteer with children in the community. Locals described them as kind, friendly, full of life. They documented every step of their journey: selfies, scenic shots, journal entries. But on April 1st, just 1 week into their stay, the adventure took a turn. They told their host family they were heading out to hike the Pianista Trail, a popular route that started out clear but faded into the wild. They packed light, a camera, 2 phones, snacks, and water. They never came back. When Kris and Lisanne didn't return that evening, their host family was worried, but figured they'd gotten delayed. By the next morning, panic set in. Local guides, police, even dogs were sent into the jungle. The search went on for 10 days. Nothing. Not a shoe, not a shirt, not a whisper. The terrain was brutal. Steep ridges, sudden storms, dense rainforest that seemed to swallow everything. Soon, the families flew in from the Netherlands. Helicopters were dispatched. Posters were plastered around town. Still, no sign of them. It was as if the jungle had simply erased them. But 2 months later, a twist no one expected. In June 2014, a local woman from the village of Alto Romero found something strange along the riverbank. A blue backpack, clean, undamaged, dry, even though it had been raining for days. Inside, Lisanne's passport, $83 in cash, both their phones, sunglasses, a water bottle, and a camera. There were no signs of struggle. No blood. Everything was neatly packed. Even more puzzling, the phones had been used multiple times. Call logs showed repeated attempts to contact emergency services, starting just hours after the girls began their hike. The first 911 call came on April 1st at 4:39 p.m., another on April 2nd, then April 3rd. By April 5th, both phones were still being turned on. One even attempted a call on April 11th. That's 10 days after they disappeared, but no calls ever connected. And the forest remained silent. Then came the photos. The camera inside the backpack had over 100 images from their trip. Early pictures showed them smiling, walking along a clear trail, posing by a ridge. Then, darkness. Literally, 90 photos taken between 1 o'clock and 4 a.m., all on April 8th, days after they vanished. The pictures are chilling. Most are black frames. Random flashes of leaves, rocks. One shows a twig with plastic bags arranged around it. Another, Kris's hair, matted, tangled, seemingly cut. And one more, a blurry image of what looks like the back of someone's head, facing away in complete darkness. No one knows why they took those photos. Some say they were trying to signal for help. Others believe they were documenting something or someone. But what happened that night, what they saw, may never be known. Weeks after the backpack surfaced, more evidence emerged, scattered along a riverbed. Bones. First, a boot with a foot still inside, believed to be Lisanne's. Then, a fragment of pelvis, ribs, a femur. DNA confirmed they belonged to the girls, but how they got there? Unclear. Some bones were bleached, unusually clean. Others showed signs of decomposition. A forensic report said there were no signs of trauma, but no one could explain how the bones ended up so far from the trail. Had they fallen? Gotten lost? Been followed? Locals whispered of curses, myths, jungle spirits. Others had darker theories. But official reports leaned toward this. The girls got lost, tried to find help, and perished in the rainforest. Still, that doesn't explain everything. To this day, theories swirl. Some believe the girls were injured early, with one trying to help the others survive. The nighttime photos, signals, clues, attempts to light the way in pitch-black jungle. Others point to foul play. Locals who knew the terrain say it's impossible to get that lost on the trail. And what about the phone activity? Who was trying to call emergency services after both girls were believed to be dead? Then there's the camera. One photo, number 509, appears to have been deleted from the memory card. Experts say deletion from that model of camera is nearly impossible without a computer. So who erased it, and why? Kris Kremers and Lisanne Froon set off on a hike that millions have taken before. But something went wrong. Very wrong. Despite extensive searches, international coverage, and endless speculation, the truth remains tangled in the jungle they disappeared into. Was it a tragic accident? A predator in the rainforest? Or something more calculated? We may never know. What we do know is this: two vibrant lives were lost in the shadows of a paradise. And the echoes of their story still haunt the hills of Panama. Do you believe this was simply a case of two girls lost in the wild? Or do the missing photo, the bleached bones, the calls for help long after they vanished, suggest something else? Let us know in the comments below. Was this a tragic misstep or a cover-up waiting to be unraveled? If you're drawn to stories where paradise hides danger, hit that like button. Subscribe to Passport to Death for more haunting mysteries from around the globe. And don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a case. Until next time, stay safe out there.